There's a lot of talk out there about getting older, most of it focused on what's going wrong. Aches here, forgetfulness there. But today, I want to flip the script. What if I told you there are signs, quiet, powerful signs that you're actually aging exceptionally well, and that you may have more years ahead than you think? I was talking to my old fishing buddy, Walter, just last week. He's 82 and still walks to the market every morning. I'm not what I used to be, he chuckled, but I can still carry my groceries without leaning on anyone. That got me thinking, what are the real markers that your body and brain are still working in harmony, even after 60, 70, or 80? This isn't about six-pack abs or perfect memory. It's about the little things, those everyday abilities that quietly reveal how strong, balanced, and clear-minded you really are. And the truth is, some of these signs are so subtle, most folks overlook them completely. So, in this video, I'll walk you through 7 signs that suggest you're not just aging, you're aging gracefully. These aren't tests or challenges, they're gentle reminders that your body and mind still carry strength, even when the calendar keeps moving forward. Stick with me till the end, because sign number 7 might surprise you. It's something many of us never pay attention to. But studies show it could predict not just how long you'll live, but how well you'll live in those extra years. Sign number 1. You can turn your head fully without pain or stiffness. You might not think twice about turning your head to check the rearview mirror, or glancing over your shoulder when someone calls your name. But believe me, the ability to turn your head fully left to right, up and down, without pain or stiffness is a powerful sign of graceful aging. As we get older, neck stiffness becomes incredibly common. Arthritis, posture, and lack of movement all play a role. But if you're still able to rotate your neck with ease, it means your joints are staying mobile, your posture is aligned, and your nervous system is functioning well. I once had a neighbor, Helen, 84, and still sharp as ever, who told me she does a simple yes and no neck stretch every morning. If I can still turn to wave goodbye to my grandkids without pulling a muscle, she said, I know I'm doing all right. That kind of daily range of motion, it matters more than you think. If turning your head feels limited or painful, don't worry, it's not too late. Gentle stretches, good hydration, and staying active can make a world of difference. But if you've still got full range without strain, smile, you've got a sign your body's still working in your favor. Sign number 2. You can put on socks or shoes while standing. My old classmate Richard, he's 76 now, came by last week to help me move a table. While chatting, I watched him lift one leg and pull on his sock without leaning on a chair or holding the wall. I laughed and said, well, look at you. Still got that circus balance. He winked and said, that's how I test if I'm falling apart yet. You see, being able to put on socks or shoes while standing seems small, but it's actually a sign of great balance, core strength, and hip mobility. And all 3 are critical if you want to stay independent and avoid falls. Studies show seniors who can balance while lifting one leg are less likely to suffer serious injuries. It tells us your inner ear, muscles, and coordination are still in sync, and that's something to celebrate. If you need support when putting on socks, that's okay too. But if you're still steady on one leg and dressing without help, that's a quiet little victory, and a strong sign you're aging better than you think. Sign number 3. You can take a deep breath without tightness or coughing. It might sound simple, but the ability to take a slow, deep breath, one that fills your lungs without tightness, wheezing, or the urge to cough, is a powerful sign that your respiratory and cardiovascular systems are aging well. As we age, lung capacity naturally declines, and conditions like COPD or heart issues can creep up without obvious warning. But if you can still inhale fully, speak in long sentences without gasping, or sing along to your favorite song without losing breath, you're doing well. My friend Eleanor, who's 81, still leads the hymns at church every Sunday. She once told me, if I can hit those high notes, I know my lungs are still on my side. Sure enough, her doctor recently told her lungs looked better than most folks 10 years younger. So go ahead, take a deep breath right now. If you can fill your lungs smoothly, without discomfort or coughing, give yourself some credit. It's one of the quiet signs your body still got plenty of strength left in the tank. Sign number 4. You can follow a recipe or instruction without getting. I remember my neighbor Shirley, she's about 79 now, baking a 3-layer coconut cake for our neighborhood picnic. She flipped through that old cookbook of hers, adjusted the measurements for high altitude, and even timed the cooling perfectly. No confusion, no panic, just calm, clear steps. That kind of mental focus, being able to follow a recipe, assemble furniture, or even set up a new phone, is a strong sign of cognitive strength. It means your memory, processing, and attention span are still sharp, even if you occasionally forget where you left your keys. Staying mentally organized during tasks, especially ones with multiple steps, requires coordination between several parts of the brain. And being able to do it without frustration or overwhelm, that's brain health in action. So the next time you follow a recipe, pay bills, or read instructions without getting flustered, smile to yourself. That's not just patience, it's a quiet signal that your mind's still in good working order. Sign number 5. You can kneel or squat without sharp joint pain. My neighbor June, she's 77, still tends her vegetable patch every weekend. I once watched her kneel beside the carrots, then pop back up without so much as a groan. I've got old knees, she laughed, but I treat them like gold. She told me her secret was simple: gentle movement, light stretching, and not ignoring the small aches when they first show up. Being able to squat or kneel without sharp pain is more than convenience, it's a powerful sign your joints are still well lubricated and your tendons are flexible. As we age, joint inflammation and cartilage work can creep in. But if you're still able to lower yourself and stand back up comfortably, your body is telling you it's aging strong. Protecting your joints means listening to them. Stay active, keep your weight in a healthy range, and avoid high-impact strain. Walking helps, yes, but so do swimming, cycling, and even simple chair yoga. And don't forget those little everyday movements, because every time you rise without pain, it's a quiet victory worth celebrating. Sign number 6. You wake up feeling rested, not drained. Waking up without feeling exhausted is just luck. It's a sign that your internal systems, especially your heart, lungs, and brain, are still functioning in sync. Poor sleep after 60 can be linked to everything from memory decline to blood sugar issues. But if you rise most mornings feeling refreshed, that's your body's quiet way of saying, we're still in good working order. Deep, consistent rest helps your muscles recover, keeps your mind sharp, and even reduces inflammation. If you're tossing and turning every night, your body doesn't get a chance to reset. But if you wake up clear-headed and ready to move even without an alarm, that's a powerful sign your aging process is unfolding with balance and strength. I've got an old friend named Marvin, a retired bus driver. He always said the real test of his health wasn't his blood pressure, it was whether he could get up in the morning without groaning. If I wake up ready for oatmeal instead of ibuprofen, he joked, I know I'm doing just fine. That kind of morning energy, it's not something to take for granted. Sign number 7. People still come to you for advice. Just last month, my friend Earl told me his grandson asked him how to handle a tough situation at work. Earl chuckled and said, I guess my gray hair still means something. He said it with a smile, but I could see how much it meant to him. Being asked for advice made him feel respected, useful, like he still had a role to play in the world around him. When others, especially younger people, still seek out your perspective, it's more than just kindness. It's a quiet reflection of your clarity, your wisdom, and the steadiness you still carry. It means your mind is sharp, your emotional intelligence is high, and your presence brings others comfort and direction. Aging gracefully isn't just physical, it's about staying emotionally connected, mentally active, and spiritually present. If others still trust your thoughts, your story, your view of the world, that's one of the greatest signs you're not fading. You're still shining. So now you've heard them 7 subtle signs that your body, your mind, and your spirit are still going strong. Not every sign needs to show up at once. Even 1 or 2 enough to remind you, you're not just surviving old age. You're walking through it with purpose, with presence, and with grace. We don't always give ourselves credit for the quiet victories. Getting up from a low chair, reaching the top shelf, guiding a loved one through a tough day. These aren't small things. These are proof that you're still connected to your strength, your wisdom, and your place in the world. I think about a man I once knew, Raymond. He was 87 when I last saw him. He didn't run marathons or take supplements, but he laughed every day, taught chess at the senior center, and never missed his morning stretch. One day, I asked him how he kept going. He said, "I just try not to let a single part of me go unused, body, brain, or heart." That stuck with me. So, if you recognized even one of these signs in yourself, celebrate it. And if you didn't, don't worry, you've got time. Aging well isn't about perfection. It's about showing up for yourself a little bit more each day, with gentleness, curiosity, and courage. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these signs surprised you the most? Or, which one are you working on this year? Share it in the comments. I read everyone. And if this video spoke to you, please like it, subscribe, and share it with someone you care about. You never know who needs the encouragement. Thank you for spending this time with me. Just by showing up and learning, you're already investing in your health, your happiness, and your future. And as long as you keep doing that, well, I'd say you've got a good shot at outliving your grandkids. Until next time, take good care.